Good evening, everybody. I feel like coding tonight because we didn't get nearly enough of that this past couple weeks, so I want to jump in and try to make some more progress if I can. Also, I didn't really get too much of a chance to a little bit though. I didn't get too much of a chance to do much in terms of Remnant 1 over the weekend. I was mostly playing with and trying to make some progress in Horizon Forbidden West. I did a little bit, but I was kind of doing like adventure mode stuff just to see if I can maybe, I don't know, find some way of upgrading, but I have a feeling it's we have a grind ahead of us, so probably not going to do any Remnant this week. But I feel like doing some coding right now, so that is where we're at, my friends. Also, Mondays tend to be a pretty slow night when it comes to just gaming in general. So this might be a good night to kind of just do some coding. So I don't know if maybe I'll shift things around a little bit in the schedule as we go here. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear right now. But we do have two dependable updates here, so let's just get these going and we'll bring those down. And today I want to work on the back end, or the editing, I guess, because we got our basics done now, as far as like basic UI elements and things like that are working now with FreeMarker. And so I want to take that opportunity now to go and try and get go and try to get here too. Try to get some meat on the bones, as it were, and get some back end stuff done. You know, I mean, it's really just front end stuff. That's, you know, get all the pieces together where you can add a alert, you can edit an alert, and figure out what data I need and all that stuff as we're going. So we'll do that and go pull this stuff down. And as usual, we'll build the project and make sure that I can still deploy it correctly. We should be able to. These were not libraries that we're using. They're libraries that we're using on the back end, or not on the back end. These are not libraries that we're using in the actual code. They're libraries that are used for testing and for just check style stuff. That is where we're at there. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. I had a 50-50 weekend. I enjoyed doing family stuff on Saturday, but I was not feeling well. I had a terrible night sleeping Friday night into Saturday, and all the pain that had gone away and has gone away again just came back for a day to just remind me that it's still there, I guess, you know. And then it went away again. So it's just there's a very strange thing going on, and I don't know exactly what it is or why it's happening. But it's there. So, and if I do, excuse me, if I do certain things, like I still haven't been like sleeping in an actual bed or anything like that. But I know that, you know, I've tried like laying down flat and, or laying down in bed really, and it triggers again. The pain triggers all over again. So who knows at this point, what's going on, but I got a lot more doctors to see, a lot more scans to be done. So the good news is we haven't found anything yet. And I've had probably about, we'll say 50% of my body scanned already. So, and after these additional scans, we'll be at about probably 90%. So, you know, half of me is still, just don't know what part has gone awry yet. Which obviously is the frustrating part. Also, insurance stuff is pretty frustrating. It's unnecessary. It's intricacies of I there's so much that is just screwed up when it comes to it. You know what I mean? It's like, because I have both a deductible that has to be met and an out-of-pocket limit, which on paper sounds pretty good, but in practice, holy hell, is it like just absolutely funk. It's like there's these large swings between, you know, 80% of everything's covered to oh, you thought you had insurance? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's crazy stuff. But, you know, we, the citizens, allowed it to get this way. A long time ago, we should have pushed for regulation to clean up the health insurance industry, and we didn't do it. So these problems have arrived. These problems are here, and they're not going to get solved anytime soon. All right. So clean this and start here. Oh, what do we got? What do we got going on? Right. Work are still here and working. You know, our create new alert. We have to just flesh out what we want to do here. This should tell me pull it out in here, and then I get an error and a required field required. Yeah, obviously we're gonna change all that stuff, obviously. But I was testing stuff more than anything else here. And then back to home. That alert goes away. Cool. Cool. Okay. Well, we know what we gotta do. We just gotta figure out what yields I really need for all this. I want to actually What happened to Custom Labs? There it is. Yeah, I gotta kind of figure out what fields we would need for the alert bot. Obviously, you need alert text, which will be whatever text is going to be user's going to use. I also wonder. I think it might make sense. So I'm using FreeMarker to do the UI stuff. And FreeMarker can also be used for like email templates and all kinds of other templating and stuff. Like you can just run it against a string and it'll interpret it and do all the variables and all that stuff. However, it's not what I would consider to be the best at doing that stuff. I mean, I guess to a certain extent it is, because I could fire one up and I could say, and I can lock it down to where you can only do certain things. I mean, maybe I'll use FreeMarker for that. What I'm thinking here is in the alert text and stuff, you're obviously going to want to have some replacement variable. Now, some systems will do it where you have like, here's the text before the name and here's the text after the name, but I would rather just give you the ability to just do it in line. That way you have the flexibility to make it look however you want. So that means just kind of firing up FreeMarker like in memory, an in-memory version of it, and just having it run against that text field with some pre-defined variables inside of it, or injected into it. Yes, that would be the more appropriate one. I think that will work out okay. That means for like your alert text, you would say like, say for instance, the alert is a new subscriber. So you could say, some name has or just subscribe, but you would do it sort of like this, like name has subscribed that, and then that way you have the flexibility to put it pretty much anywhere in the text. The only thing is I have to make a note to tell you like what the different things are you can use in there, but shouldn't be too bad. And I guess technically you could do some conditionals and stuff, but I don't know that there'd be anyone who needs to do that particular, who needs to go to that extent. But who knows? As we get into more alerts and stuff, maybe that will be more relevant, where someone will want to do like, if this person was a tier 2 subscriber, then say this message instead of this other message. I'll probably end up giving you a different field for that stuff, just because that's a little bit confusing for newbies to do. But I mean, I guess it could be done. It could be a thing. So we have that to work with. I think so. First of all, we know that we need to know the alert type, and we need where's my alert? I can close some of these. For right now. We'll need them later, obviously. Back. Layout is good for the moment. It'd be good for the moment. Name a footer. Here we go. Alert settings controller. Alert settings. Yeah. Okay. So. Of the model. I don't have fleshed out. So we had alert settings row. We have service types, alert type, active, and then the setting. Alert setting. Which I'm going to flatten out the settings in the model, and then we'll combine those into a. We'll move those into an alert settings thing. So I'll do that first. So I think the first thing. So what I need the service types, enumerate it, and I need this. Hey, the radio demon. Guess what? What's that? What's that? He has returned. Okay. What is this? Famous game design tutorial. Okay. That's I don't know who that is. Also, I mean, yeah. This clip is from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Sorry. At least it's not ringing a bell anyway. Oh, hey, Shin. Welcome on in. So I have a laundry list for the bot. One should be able to order guacamole whenever I need it. Random mariachi calls. Resurrecting the dead. And gets YouTube to behave itself. Well, I could do maybe 3 out of 4. I do maybe 3 out of 4 of that. Not sure. Not sure I can get YouTube to ever behave itself though. That might be asking too much. Yeah, number 4 is definitely the difficult one on the list there. How are you doing? YouTube is a problem child. We just have to accept it. Yep. Also, where would my mouse be? Here it is. Right there. Hey, Varuna, welcome on in too. Hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing pretty good. I kind of was in the mood to do some coding tonight rather than some gaming. Mostly because I'm procrastinating because there's a boss battle I'm gonna have to do in Remnant, and I know it's gonna be absolutely rough. and I'm like dreading doing it. So I'm just like, I'm gonna take a little bit of a week off from that for right now. I'll try to grind some XP off camera and then come back to it. So yeah, I gotta bring these service types and alert types down. I guess. Yeah, bring them in as separate variables. Where are we at? Right over here. Okay, so right. So yeah, they would have to come down on grade here. So I'd have to model attributes. Why did you move that up there? I didn't tell you that. Model add attribute. Alert type. And type. I get these. Get these as an array. Guessing I should be able to loop over those. We'll do that. The only trick there is yeah, I can't really do because I need to. I can do it, but I need to pair these with their appropriate. Well, is that true? No, I could do this. I could do this and just make sure that I have message properties for them. Yeah, I could do that. Never mind. The model add attributes. Hey, Outlaw. Welcome on in. How are you doing? What was it? Alert types and what was the other one? Service type. Service type. Have this. We can add those in there. Just had dinner and was sitting at the table nauseous. Oof. Oof. It sounds like my past Saturday. Saturday was a rough day for me. I'm doing good. Yeah, I had a family stuff on Saturday, which I enjoyed the family stuff. It's just like I woke up on Saturday and all the pain had come back. So all day I had the pain that I was been having. And then like Saturday night after I got home, I was like, man, I do not feel right. Like it felt like I had a fever, but then every time I tried to see if I had a fever, I didn't. It was just a very weird thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna medicate and relax and just go to bed early and all that stuff. And then Sunday I'm back to fine again, and today I'm fine. So I don't know what is happening, but otherwise everything's been really good. Like the last couple weeks have been really good. It was just that one off that was just really bad, for some reason. Don't know. Yeah, no, I am feeling better. I am very much feeling better. Back to pretty much normal. I don't have that like low key pain or anything. But if I do certain things, like if I reach down the ground or something with my right arm or something like that, I can trigger it, but it'll just like a little jolt and then goes away. It doesn't stick around like it was doing. So I guess I'm doing something right along the way there. But yeah, I mean, there's just not much else to go on right now. Just still continuing the march through a bunch of doctors over the next couple months. They did order me like I have to schedule a cardiogram, and then an ultrasound for my legs. And once I get those two things done, that's pretty much 90% of my body that they've scanned. So either they're going to find something or they're not, and we're going to just keep on, maybe I just need to sign a waiver and let them dissect my brain and figure out what's going on up there. Maybe that's where everything has originated. I mean, for Christ's sake, I stream games on Twitch. There must be something wrong with me. It's just some of that bonus DLC you get for getting past 30. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like 30 was fine. I would love to go back to 30. 30 was great. All the 30s were great. It's just as soon as I hit like the 40s, it's been like, God, downhill. I hit 40 and then my legs are swollen and I'm not sleeping. And now, 4 years later, I'm still, going through all that nonsense. Oof. Take 30. I'll take 30, 33 instead of 43 any day right now. I've been broken since 23, but I know what you mean. Exactly. It's like, and what's worse too is I am like exercising and I'm I'm eating better and all that stuff. But like the exercising is not having the same effect it used to have. Like 10 years ago when I lost a whole bunch of weight, it's sort of like, yeah, my weight would bounce around a little bit, but it would mostly just had a downward trend. Now it's like I wake up one morning, I'm, 353. I wake up the next morning, I'm 363. I wake up the morning after that, I'm 353 again. It's like my head's spinning. Like I can't, and I'm doing the same level of exercise every single day. It's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's crazy, crazy stuff. So I don't know. And what gets me even more is like the level of like food I'm eating now and stuff is about the level that I was at, 5 years ago when I was 30 pounds less. And yet for some reason, I haven't dropped 30 pounds. So I don't know where my body is storing or finding that it doesn't need to use the stores of fat or what's going on, but it's a lot more challenging now than it was, I'll tell you that much. Wish I was still 18 and could go clubbing until 5 a.m., sleep till 7, get up and go to work like it never happened. I feel that. There was definitely there's definitely mileage on the odometer. As far as like not taking care of myself the way I should have. And obviously staying up late for, doing work, pulling 80-hour weeks sometimes, maybe not 80 hour, probably 60, 70 hour week at times. There's definitely mileage there, but the biggest kick in the ass is that I had managed to reverse a lot of this, and I couldn't maintain it. I couldn't, I was down to 260 pounds at my lowest. I had dropped something like 80 pounds or something. I was down to that. I just put it all back on and then some. I just couldn't maintain that. And that's the biggest kicker of them all. Because if I could have maintained that, at least maintained that weight, I'd probably not be having the problems I'm having right now. Although who knows? Because the thought is that it's weight related, but there's also a thought that it's all due to sleep apnea that I have now, which is also kind of weight related. I mean, weight will definitely make the sleep apnea worse, but it's the running idea now is that it might be just due to that, and if we can correct that, that might actually correct a lot of other things. So I used to sleep by my grandma's TV when I was younger, slept with a controller in my hand and slept up 4 by 6 to play more weekend. I can better get out the door these days. Yeah. I'm actually working with my doctor on a website of making help people lose weight. The prevalent problem that we can lose it, but keeping it off is so hard. Yeah, it's definitely, there's a social, I don't know what you want to call it, a social stigma, social whatever construct that strongly suggests that, someone who is overweight is just overweight because they're lazy or unmotivated, and we should, make fun of them to motivate them. But in reality, yes, motivation is a large part of it, but I can tell you just from my own experience, even when I was down to 280, I was unnaturally hungry all the time. I would eat a meal and immediately 5 minutes later be hungry again. Like, there has to be some kind of other aspect to it, I feel like. That's just not, it's just not natural, right? It's not just a lack of willpower either, because it's like your body is screaming at you that you're starving when you know you're not, but you can't. It's like a constant scream, and it's, you know, at some point you just sort of, even with the strongest of willpower, you end up kind of giving in a little bit, you know. It's rough. And I know they have stuff now to sort of control cravings and stuff, but, and I like, I'm kind of keeping that in the back burner because my doctor did prescribe stuff, but like insurance won't cover it. So it's one of those things where I'm like, if I get down to that point where, you know, I can't fight off the urges anymore, then I'm definitely gonna have to put out the money to do that, to medicate that, you know. When does insurance ever cover anything useful? The world's biggest scam. Oh, don't get me started. The accounting that goes on with stuff. Like, I just, like, right now having to deal with all this insurance stuff, like, it's just, it's the, you know, having, you know, everything sounds fine on paper. Like, oh, you have a deductible, and oh, you have an out-of-pocket limit. But in practice, it's just awful, right? And the worst part of it is, like, if you're generally healthy, you pay a lot more than someone who isn't. And I don't know how, I to a certain extent, it probably should be that way, but also, holy crap, is it just a big, like, multi-level marketing pyramid thing? You know what I mean? It's like, you know, all that stuff sounds great when the numbers are low. Like, hey, if your deductible is like $500, that's probably pretty good. But nobody has a $500 deductible anymore. Oh, it's like $1,000, it's $2,000, you know, $3,000, sometimes more than that. It's just like, it's like the insurance company is never paying for anything. And then when you get to the point where they are paying for stuff, well, they're paying 80%. You're still responsible for the other 20% until you hit another milestone several $1,000s later. And then apparently they'll pay for everything if they feel like it. You know, it's like, you know, it boggles my mind. I've had exactly one job in software development that had awesome insurance. And ever since then, it's been awful. Like, my first job when I was working for an insurance software company, my first job out of college, they had fantastic insurance. Like, it covered everything. It's, you know, it was just, and it didn't cost a whole lot each paycheck. It was just, it was beautiful. Everything was in network pretty much. You know, you didn't need referrals or anything. You could just go wherever you need to go. whenever you needed to go, boom, it was taken care of. And ever since then, it's been just absolutely awful. You know, like every plan since then, it's just like every time I go to a new company, the plans just get worse and worse and worse. And then they pat themselves on the back and saying, well, the amount of it's coming out of your paycheck each year hasn't changed in 5 years, so we're doing something right. It's like, no, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. That's why it hasn't changed. And by the way, none of you guys are actually using, none of you guys in the C-suite are using the same insurance the rest of us are using. You've got your own special plan that covers everything that we're not allowed to do, you know? It's just crazy. I had to pay $400 out of pocket for an x-ray because my dentist coded it as something else. That code isn't covered. Oh, I just... You want your mind blown? I went to the emergency room in an in-network hospital. And somehow I got billed out of network for a tiny portion of it. It was the actual admission to the emergency room and the blood oxygen monitoring. You know, the little thing that they put on your finger that I actually have in the other room that I paid like $70 for on Amazon. Yeah. They charged the insurance company. Well, they tried to charge the insurance company $800 for that. The insurance company went, here's $203. And then they kicked it back to me and said, oh, this part of your emergency room visit, everything else was in network, but this one little part, that was out of network. So you have to pay this, you know, like, it was like $50. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Someone is just cooking some books somewhere in some billing department. In fact, the insurance company actually sent me a letter that said, yeah, this one thing kind of flagged as fraud in our system. So here's some information on how to protect yourself, and good luck. It's like, oh, great. So you're not gonna, you paid already like $200 and some dollars. You didn't pay the other 50, and you now won't pay that other 50 out of my HSA because you think the whole thing's a fraud. Great. Also, I haven't been billed for it, so I'm like, okay. Oh, it's just I've been just so livid on top of everything else. You know, you don't know what the hell's wrong with you, and then on top of everything else, it's like they're playing games with these bills and stuff. Very first heart surgery was close to $900,000. I don't know the exact amount, but I remember getting, this is not a bill. Yeah, exactly. Now I get why people go to Mexico for medical tourism. It's just like, yeah, I they've created this impenetrable system that just makes no freaking sense to anyone who looks at it, which I think is how they try to get around being regulated, right? They make everything so complicated that even the regulators are like, oh, this sounds fine. In fact, I know insurance companies do that a lot because when I was doing insurance software, we had a client that wanted us to implement some crazy algorithm that their some actuary came up with, and this was life insurance, not medical insurance. And there was this crazy algorithm that this actuary dreamed up. And my boss was explaining it to me and how it worked. And what they basically did was they would take your premium in, they would shuffle it around through a couple of different accounts, gain all kinds of interest on it by shuffling it around, pay out a fraction of it, and then take another portion and put it in the stock market and then pull it out as a short, like a short sell. And they would basically double dip and make a ton of money off of this small little premium you paid. And I looked at it and I went through the whole algorithm and I looked at it and I was like, how is this legal? And he's like, and my boss looks at me and he's like, they haven't figured out yet. They haven't figured out yet. The regulators, it's so complicated. The regulators haven't figured out yet that it should be illegal. And that was years and years ago. Like there's some crazy freaking actuary somewhere who's like, how do I grind more money out of this stone? And that's probably how this whole thing happened with the, like, you're kind of out of network and you're kind of in network. We're going to charge you out of network for taking your blood oxygen level, but everything else will be in network. And somehow some actuary somewhere is rubbing their hands together going, yes, my retirement grease. Yes. Oh man. 900K, I'd respond, I'm moving out of the country, presume me dead. I want to know more about this site. I'm recovering from a debilitating issue that turned me into a balloon, and I'm old enough that I can't just do my old Navy PT routine. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Craziness all around. It's craziness all the way down. Crazy inception. For helping users monitor weight fluctuations and line their food items, help track what's causing gain or loss. Groundbreaking. Well, no, here's the thing that, Verna, that I've always struggled with, because I have a Fitbit, and the Fitbit's supposed to help you track some of that stuff, but A, it doesn't, and B, it really doesn't. Right? Like, everything's manual. You have to manually type everything in. If you can figure out a way where I can type in the food that I just ate and it can look up the nutrition facts on it and the serving size and all that stuff and be like, approximately this many calories you just consumed, that would be a world better than anything I've seen out there to date. Right? Like that was the funny thing about the Fitbit app. It's like, okay, like track your food, what you ate. And I'm like, so, and then you type it in and it's like, well, how many calories was it? It's like, I don't know. I went to a restaurant. What do I gotta do? I gotta go into the kitchen and say, hey guys, how many calories was this slop you just sent me? I get probably a lot of crazy looks. I mean, am I supposed to bring a balance with, like, a weight and like weigh it? Like what the hell? Right? But if you can, like, I mean, even if you were to like scrape all the restaurant menus and be able to figure out, like, because restaurant menus tend to have calories on them now, even if you were to scrape that information and put it in a database, that would be a huge help sometimes, you know? Just crazy. Going down the manual data entry for popular things like McDonald's burgers or Panda Express entrees. Yeah, what I would imagine so. But even they publish stuff. They probably just don't publish it in a format that's easy to that's easy to grok. But yeah, it's like, I mean, just stuff like that. That's the part that always got me. Like, how many calories was the food you ate? I don't know. I you know, I went to a restaurant and I ordered something. You know, what can I say? Because it's even worse for me because I don't cook. I don't like to cook. So pretty much everything I get is like takeout from some restaurant or whatever, you know? Scale on my dashboards for measuring fast food weight, not drugs, I swear. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sir, we had a complaint that you were at the counter measuring your burger. And the other patrons were waiting in line. Sorry, officer. I just needed to know. I'm trying to stay under 2,000 calories. I swear. But I mean, that's what it is. That's really what it is. I'm on the paleo diet, I swear. I swear. Don't put the cuffs on me. I'm following the rules. Oh man. What do we have here? So alert types and service types. So I want to do a macro for collection box. Ooh, should I bring select 2 in and use that for everything? That has some nice features to it. No, I guess I'll go with the regular for now. Maybe I'll bring that in later. Select ID label required. I guess if it's required, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't just have an empty one there. Yeah, I don't think I need it required on that one. Do if list actually probably well, we'll keep it at 2 for right now. Probably could be 4. I did this one wrong, didn't I? Label required. Oh, I don't have a required yeah. If required. That I did the same thing there, but I just did that. That works. Label. Bring message label. Want select the name. What classes did we put on? Bootstrap. Select here. The form select. Okay. Sounds good to me. Oh, I need the all right, so then we do list values as value. So this would have to be I use as have to be a map. So the value, although the way it's going to be you know what, input values, so it would be just value here. This would be value, and then this would values, and then this would start. Bring message message start plus value. And I guess to I guess that's fine. All right, Verena, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Don't do that. And I think, okay, save this. This will work. For what I want to do. This. And go over to let's create. So what we want to do. MB select enum alert settings model. The first one we want to do. Alert types and service. I can say type and then service there. String type. That feels so much better to be using Eclipse. I've been using IntelliJ all week, and there's things that I just miss. That IntelliJ does in a certain way, but doesn't do it in a very nice way. Type service. That will stay label alerts service. The values would be what I said as service type. Start would be alerts service types dot and then whatever the type is. I don't think any extra. Do this. This will be type, people alerts, type, alert, type. Type there. Okay. And then in the messages property, somewhere here, screen this. Okay, so we need so first of all, label alert alert service is type, alert type, and okay. And we need text. Oops. Text alerts. Service type. And I need to other thing. This. That, and then text alerts. Alert. Yeah. Yeah. Uh. Okay. Somebody, you know what? Some of these only, I have to hide from YouTube. I may have to. I'm gonna have to flesh out the enumeration a little bit more, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to flesh out more. One way or the other, I'm gonna need these here, though. So this is not a wait. And three there. So, is a new member? Membership, I guess. Message. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to tie these. I'm gonna have to tie these up better than that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a macro. I'm gonna have to kind of do it myself, I think. I only want... Well, I could probably do a macro for it, maybe. If I had like a standard structure, which I probably will for an enumeration. So if I did like a base enumeration and then extended that, think here. So alert types. If I do let's go or I do a new keynote and I call it base service specific service specific base service specific value. And we like actually base service I say private just type service. I have it all I need? Just need the service type there. I should probably put the message lookup. Should I message lookup or should I leave that in the view layer? Could probably leave that in the view layer. Yeah, probably leave that in the view layer. Okay. What? Okay. Getter. That, and then I would do public have to be, so it'd have to be a generic, so it'd have to be public e service. No, what I do, it's not gonna work that way. It has to be then uh, um, no, you can only implement Right. So that makes sense. So this would be I have a uh, yeah. So I only do. I had a feeling that I only do an interface here. Which the annoying part of that is I can't really. Can't really share functionality. Wait, I can do. I can now do abstracts inside of an interface. Right? So, how's uh, what? All abstract methods. Discouraged. It's discouraged now? They're implicit. There's really no reason to do that anymore. Uh, yeah. All right. So problem is, well, I can force them to use an interface, force them to have particular method. Can't really share the methods. So I think this is going to be a case where I'm better off not doing an enumeration here. Although, if I don't do an enumeration, I need to, I mean, these are going to be constant, but that means I have to build them. But what is the best way for me to do this? Is there a... I would rather have an abstract class that has all the functionality in it that I need, and then have a concrete implementation. I could do a concrete implementation with constant in it. If there's nothing that says I couldn't do that. I don't know if it's kind of... It's non-traditional. But for this particular case, it might be... The amount of effort it would save would probably be worth it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete. And then I'm going to do, let's see. Make abstract class. We'll call it base service specific value. Finish on that. In here, we'll bring in, so this would be sure. Okay, so this would be private service. The service type can stay in enum, because that's going to be a probably mutually exclusive. So then, sure. Then we'll have a private string value. And that'll be fine. I don't need to do anything with the message properties because I can handle that on the page in case I ever want the thing to say different things on different pages or in different contexts. I can do that. So then we'll make I need a yeah, so we would do public track. This right. You can't abstract if I wanted to put implementation. And I guess I don't need it to be. Yeah, I don't need it to be it. What I need is a protected this string get values for service. Service, and then this would do this here, port list. No, this would only return one. The get value. They get value. If service equals value, otherwise return null. That all nullable. That's return value. I never really put that on anything. I know it's good practice to do it, but I just get value. The other rough thing about this will be trying to sort them. If I want to sort them. I don't, maybe I won't want to sort them. Maybe I'll just put them in whatever order I really want them to be in. I'll just leave it the sort order, whatever I have defined there. Maybe. Okay, so value. All right, let's see if I can do what I want to do here. So I want to say new class alert type. This will probably be final. Constants, extends base service, base values. Okay. So private forward. Private static final. Um, this might be a little weird, but let's see if this works. Alert type. Right. Alert types equals list of so first second I want to do private I guess I should make this fun. No, this channel private type constant service type string value. Plural. So I would do this, that, really do third dot. Oh, you know what? I made those private. Connected void set value Value. Service. Do that, and then that will allow me to do that service type. I need a value. All right, so then this would be here. Goes in. It's gonna be wordy, but what can I say? Which what if it's, well, okay, I just have to add it. So it means it's gonna be on there twice. Or wait, let's do because I would have to add all those. All right. You need to. Oh, wait, I can't put both there. I have to do. Up in here. This service type. And then I'm gonna have to do set value, set service. Would do list of type. Type this that service type. Oh, and over here we would do private alert type. Type string value or that type value. Okay. This would be list of Twitch service type YouTube. Boom. All right, that'll stop a little bit of the repetition. There. All right, so this will be id follow. Actually, not. All right, I still need that. It's not follow. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow is only. Still, the point stands that I needed that. So, subscribe. And then subscribe Prime, tier 2, tier 3. Two, 3, 6. And then a streak, I think, is only tracked by. Green. I think YouTube has a concept upgrades, but I don't know if it's implemented in their API, so I'm going to make that just a thing right now. Then membership is 2. And technically highlight a message is YouTube, but I believe that can also be a Twitch thing. I think for now I'll say that so, but we'll stay here. Okay, so the alert types there. Then what we need to do is say public static values. Just type service type. And then basically, oh, that should return a list of type constants. I should say get service values, I guess, fine. Yeah, because really for this one, I don't need this value here. Need to return. No, I'm going to leave that there. What I'm going to do get values there. I think the values. I want to do work type. Work type. Stream. Filter. Dot get value service type not will null. Yeah. It's a little ugly, but it's not as ugly as it could be. And what's good about this is that there may be other things that we need that are like in a drop down or constants or fields or something like that that are only applicable to one service or another. And this will hopefully allow me to kind of just follow a similar pattern. Yeah, I think this will allow me to follow a similar pattern for those as we come upon them. There may not even be any more, honestly. Turn delete alert. And we're going to do alert type constant instead, which would be in our settings row. Alert type constant. Setters on the type there. And then in my mapper, I don't know if I think I had started to map it. Yep, I did. Type string. So, gonna have to be need a specific. I need to look for a specific thing, so I'll need a method in here. Say public static alert type constant type. And turn alert type name filter get frack. Green get value. Or just it's gonna be really confusing to anybody reading this stuff, but you know what? I have to deal with that. Roles. Type. First, or else okay, so we have that. So I would say the tape would then be alert type constants that get type. So, and that'll get me either to type or it will set it to null. So, do that.
I just know that whatever comes our way,
Hey,
whenever I feel lost,
okay.
you'll be there for me, waiting at the lighthouse.
And that means on the UI.
I promise.
So this will be. I'm not going to be able to use input selecting up. But what I can do, we'll keep that there, but I can say input put select service. So we have label values, message keys, label, service. Not really gonna work. Because it's not really going to be in enum on the web page. May have to do a string variant of it. I don't think will be a problem. If I did constant. Can I say public static list type constant values string service. String service, whatever. I would say this type value of service. That, yeah. Service types back. Yeah, done. Okay, so Service types. Target type. And return get values. Target type. Right, I'll just do an override that takes a string in. So I can use that directly from the web page here. Service. Okay. So how am I gonna? So this will change dynamically. I'm gonna have to bring this down as a separate Ajax call, which is fine. Yeah. I just have to separate it off the main page. Bring it down. And this might be a time to get HTMX working. Although that's gonna take crap. Here's the problem. I'm right in the middle of things and I'm out of time. Frackety frack. Alright, well, we'll have to pick this up. We'll have to pick this up from here. I'm not going to commit anything because I'm in the middle of nonsense. But I actually kind of prefer... the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I kind of like doing the coding stuff on a Monday because gaming stuff on a Monday seems to be pretty quiet, I guess. Like, there doesn't tend to be a whole lot going on as far as gaming stuff, like as far as people coming in to watch gaming on Monday. So I think I might rejigger my schedule a little bit to try to bring in coding on Monday, and then, well, we'll see. I'm gonna kind of play it by ear as I always do, and we'll see how things filter out from there. But this was good. We made some more progress. It's a little bit of progress, but it's every little bit's getting us to a point where we can start to sort of see the big picture and see what's going on. And what's good about this, what's nice about this, is I can kind of get all of this, like I can get all this looking and working kind of right before I even attempt to integrate with YouTube or Twitch, because I can get all the triggers and stuff firing off, and I can fire them off, you know, from the pages themselves, and then see how it looks in OBS, and kind of just get all that stuff like working, and then attack, you know, the actual integration with Twitch and stuff like that. So that'll be kind of nice. We can kind of defer that till much later. It does mean I might make some things that we can't actually do through their API, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, my friends, I think we're going to call it there for tonight. Let me see if anybody is online and doing their thing on the old purple site here. No, no, it's a quiet night. Monday nights are a very, very quiet night for gaming and stuff. Very, very odd and very strange, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna let you guys go then. Do as I do. So, with that said, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
I suppose by the transitive property, I too must be Vulcan as a motherfucker.